The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled. Misses out on the first ball of the innings.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yep. Keeper.
There'll be one run here for them.
And with that, they're off the mark.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Catch it!
Absolutely nailed it.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Right out of the middle of the bat.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. That's the over. Sri Lanka are 18 for none. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Keeper.
Good throw from the deep, on target. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yep. Keeper.
Super shot that.
Good balance, really good balance to transfer the weight and stay on top of the ball.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Waiting. Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Over. Sri Lanka are 34 for none. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Waiting. Wait on.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
Bold, disturbs the furniture.
The first wicket's down. Back to the pavilion and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Fills their boots, first ball. Didn't need a second look. Takes a 6.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Pick that well, and that's on its way to the boundary.
Too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
A brilliant over for the batting side, not so for the bowlers. Patel, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Oh.
Misses everything.
Yes, nice bowling.
Patel with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yup.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
A brilliantly timed shot off the back foot. It just flew to the boundary for 6.
14 runs added there. Sri Lanka are 62 for 1. Brilliant shot that.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Good cricket all round, good delivery, timed well, but straight to the fielder.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. Ball is in.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Good bit of timing there.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Really good shot there.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Khan coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Back go the stumps, missed the straight ball.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Oh my, that's racing away.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Nice shot.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Waiting.
There'll be runs here.
Maybe they didn't pick that up very late on the shot.
Timed that perfectly.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
With the completion of that over, we see the fielding restrictions finish. 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle. Going with spin now. Got all of it, and for 6.
Just textbook. Sees the ball go shorter, gets back fast to pull that shot away for 6.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Bola, bola.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Couldn't have played that any better.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or 2 to slow things down again. Nicely played.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Bola that.
That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do but watch as the ball goes all over the ground. Khan from the north end. Precision, past the umpire and not likely to get cut off.
Yep, yep.
Good return there, back from the deep. Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yep. Keeper.
Middle that one, great timing.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Khan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now. Hit that hard, nailed it.
And that brings up the half-century for this batsman.
That is an amazing half-century, just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far. That shot brings up the half-century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
Good shot, a beauty.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. There'll be 1 run here for them. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
That was a beautiful bit of fielding in the deep, straight over the stumps. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Gotcha. Yep.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Into the gap. Nice shot. Gone. Brilliant in the field.
Well, that was an entertaining show of power batting. Really putting the bowlers to the sword for a while there, but it's all come to an end.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away. Nicely fielded on the boundary. 9 runs added there. Sri Lanka are 141 for 3. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Absolutely nailed it.
That was a beautiful shot. Rocks onto the back foot, stabs the ball away. The fielders had no chance.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Right out of the middle.
One of those ones where you really have to make sure you watch it all the way onto the bat. Picked up the slower one nicely.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
That was the slower ball, and it didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Beaten on the drive.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. A real beauty, just times it so well.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Poor ball, all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yep.
Great shot, at least 1 on offer.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Catch it. Yep.
Out!
Yeah!
What a catch!
Another one gone, the 4th wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
End of the over, 15 runs coming from it. Sri Lanka are 175 for 4.
Yep.
change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Nice way to get off the mark.
Wait!
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Nicely ran, working the ball away into the gaps to find the easy single.
Wait!
Over. Sri Lanka are 178 for 4. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Bowler, bowler!
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Straight to the fielder.
It was a good comeback after that boundary last ball.
End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Dismisses that for 4. A bit of West Indian flair to that.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Waiting. Wait.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Waiting.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. Sri Lanka are 196 for 4. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Misses everything.
Nice ball.
Well, that's the right shot to choose, but timed it badly. Couldn't get the drive away.
Wait there.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot ball.
Waiting.
Drives and misses everything.
That was a slower delivery. Played too early and straight through to the keeper.
Yep. Bowler.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Gave them very little in that over. 1 run added. Sri Lanka are 197 for 4. Going with pace now.
Medium pacer is coming into the attack.
Yep.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
Overstepped on that occasion.
I don't think the batter can quite believe they missed out there. It was a bit of a gift, really. And on a free hit, too.
Timed that brilliantly.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Super piece of timing.
Really good innings to bring up the half-century. Impressive batting, and they'll want to push on from here.
Wait.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Change of bowling. The left armour is coming into the attack.
Nice shot.
Saw it from the moment it left the hand, latched onto it and given the full treatment.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Wait there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Wait.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Wait on. Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field. End of the over. 6 runs coming from it. Sri Lanka are 221 for 4.
Change of bowling. The off spinner is coming on to bowl.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Pads away. Big shout. Considering a review for this one, I don't think they should waste it. It really looked out to me.
I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble. Was there an edge? This could be trouble.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Hasaranga, whose first task is getting themselves settled. Times it nicely.
That showed great skill and lovely timing. The boundary was the only place it was heading.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Bowler.
Good throw from the deep. On target. Got the boundary last ball. Punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Wait there.
Good timing, but good bowling to make it difficult to score.
Waiting.
Oh, that is a great catch.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6 wicket gone. That's not a lot left in this lineup.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them. That's right off the meat of the bat.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Nicely played.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
What else do they have in their bag of tricks? Not much seems to be working at the moment. Beaten on the drive.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. That's off the middle of the bat.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly, and placed into the gap.
Sri Lanka weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. Final over in this innings. Plenty of wickets in hand, and it's going to need to be really accurate. Got to try and get it up into the block hole.
Wait.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Great shot through the gap.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Good bit of timing there.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
Good return there, back from the deep. Good running, it needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. And that's the end of the innings. India have been set a target of 260 runs.